A day ahead of the Bihar elections, Congress MP and Lok Sabha leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi leveled serious allegations against the Election Commission and against the BJP while he made Operation Sarkar Chori in Haryana as far as the Haryana Assembly elections of 2024 are concerned. He addressed a press conference today. Rahul Gandhi alleged Operation Sarkar Chori was launched in 2024 in Haryana, to which the BJP has hit back. Union Minister Kiren Rijiju has dismissed the Congress leader's charge as diversionary tactic ahead of the Bihar elections. Rahul Gandhi further said that the operation was to convert the landslide victory that the Congress was due for into a loss in Haryana. Calling his presentation fake, the minister said that Rahul Gandhi's claims were to hide the Congress's failure and its loss in the elections. He also contended that 25 lakh fake voters, 1 in 8 voters in Haryana were fake. That's the contention that Rahul Gandhi made. Union Minister Rijiju further said that the Congress was looking for excuses for its impending defeat ahead of the Bihar election on Thursday. So, claims and counterclaims. Let's listen in to what Rahul Gandhi said.
Who is this lady? How old is she? Which state does she come from? What's her name? She votes 22 times in Haryana. And she votes in 10 different booths in Haryana. That's a stock photograph. And she is one of 25 lakh such records in Haryana. 2 crore total voters. Vote chori of 25 lakhs, possibly more, but confirmed bias of 25 lakhs. That means 1 in 8 voters in Haryana are fake.
तो हमारा देश विरोधी ताकतों के साथ मिलकर के जो षड्यंत्र रचा रहे हैं वो कभी सफल नहीं होगा हमारा देश में। कांग्रेस पार्टी जो कांग्रेस की विफलता को राहुल गांधी के सर में फोड़ने के बजाय ईवीएम को फोड़ रहे हैं। वोट चोरी का क्या अर्थ होता है? खुद को इतने साल उनके परिवार इस देश को चलाया, तो क्या वोट चोरी से ही चलाया था?
Now, the Election Commission too has countered Rahul Gandhi's claims. Election panel sources have told CNN News 18 that 1, there was 0 appeals made against any of these electoral roll frauds in Haryana in 2024. Only 22 election petitions are currently pending in the High Court, and this is after the 2 crore voters of Haryana voted. Now, the poll panel also asks, why didn't the Congress and any of its poll agents, and there are tens of lakhs of them, why didn't any of the poll agents object to these electoral rolls if they had doubts at the time? It's been over a year now since the Haryana election. Now, before the Election Commission goes on to also ask Rahul Gandhi, why is he then against the SIR? Because the whole point of the SIR exercise is to remove duplicate voters. And number 5, the Election Commission in its rebuttal also asking why there were no objections raised by Congress booth-level agents during the initial draft of the rolls or the revision of the rolls. Why is this now being raised over a year after the Haryana elections?
What is clearly getting obvious now is that there has been a very systematic way of, taking away eligible voters and bringing in ineligible voters. He did this with Karnataka through a press conference. Shri Aditya Thackeray spoke about Maharashtra, his constituency as well, where he focused on his constituency, but we have done an entire Mumbai research and we have realized that so many voter additions and deletions have happened, which we will bring out at the right time. And now we see with Haryana. So it's very clear that there is a systematic attempt to undermine the democratic process of voting, to undermine the free and fair electoral process. And I believe that this calls for Election Commission to speak up.
जितने चुनाव भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीत रही है उनके ऊपर बड़ा प्रश्न चिन्ह है, मगर आप ये समझे कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट कुछ कर देगा, इलेक्शन कमीशन कुछ कर देगा, कोई कुछ नहीं करेगा। जनता को अपनी आवाज़ उठानी पड़ेगी। जनता को इस सरकार के खिलाफ लोकतांत्रिक ढंग से अपनी बात को रखना पड़ेगा। घर बैठ के काम नहीं चलेगा।
I want to go straight across for a face-off on this. Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, Ashpreet Karyal, spokesperson of the Congress, joining us. Radhika, so Mr. Gandhi's contention, there are 25 lakh fake voters. Charu, 25 lakh fake voters in Haryana. He claims 1 in 8 voters in Haryana is fake. He's also played out a clip of the Haryana CM from a day before the results came out and said, "Hamare paas vyavastha hai." And then his most damning allegation, which he says, is that he's shown this photograph of a person he claims is a Brazilian model, has different names, and claims that she has voted 22 times at 10 different booths. Please explain.
Zakka, good evening. This is one other blunder made by the Congress because they see Bihar completely slipping out of their grasp. This is exactly what is happening. One day before voting in Bihar, they are trying to deflect attention because they see loss on the horizon. And this you can write in capital letters and put it as a ticker on your shoe, please, Zakka. Now, what kind of proof is Rahul Gandhi presenting? His proof is that Seniji smiled. That is his proof. His proof is putting up these sheets on a presentation without telling us who has verified this information. And when we ask him that why do you not sign an affidavit and lodge a formal complaint, he refuses to do that. Tell me, Zakka, if I were to allege a theft or a murder or any kind of a crime, am I not required to go to a police station and file a simple FIR or a complaint? Why will anybody take action on anything that I'm alleging without a formal complaint in place? Rahul Gandhi refused to do that because he knows that he's going to be caught in his own web of lies. Like he got caught with Minta Devi, like he got caught with Shakun Rani, like he got today caught with a lady called Anjali, whose name and photograph he was using, but Anjali came in front of the media and refuted all.
Ashpreet, you know, these are very, very big and fancy claims made by the leader of the opposition. Why is it, and the Election Commission is also asking this question, if the leader of the opposition's claim is 1 out of 8 voters in Haryana were fake, why did the tens of lakhs of Congress booth agents not raise this either before the election happened or after the election happened? Why raise this now 1 year plus after the election has happened?
See, being a lawyer, I'll give an example. There are many times when FIRs are lodged 1 year after the occurrence, 2 years after the occurrence, even 7 years after the occurrence, and we have seen cases where it has led to convictions. So late does not mean that the wrong hasn't happened. Number two, these are concerns which which need to be addressed, and the Election Commission of India and the Bharatiya Janata Party, instead of addressing these concerns, wants to run away from it. Number one, 25 lakh fake voters have been found to be there in electoral rolls of Haryana, and this is proven by the fact that SIR is needed. SIR is being done. Why is the SIR being done?
No, but how do you know that 25 lakh fake voters were there in the first place? What's the evidentiary basis for it?
See, number one, we have done the vetting. 5,21,619 duplicate voters, 93,000 invalid addresses, 19,26,351 bulk voters. One address has 501 votes, 1,24,177 voters with fake photos. And for the first time, it happened in Haryana that the postal ballots were different from what the results were. And number two, Zakka, why do we have to have SIR? SIR goes on to suggest now that there are fake voters, there are cleansing is needed. And
no, but you opposed SIR. You are still opposed to SIR.
1 second. Even if we are opposed to the SIR, the logic of the SIR is that there are fake voters and they need to be cleansed. They need to be deleted. Right? And this proves it. SIR proves it. And number two, then why did nothing was done and said in the Lok Sabha election? Why was nothing done and said in the previous assembly elections that took place recently? This goes on to suggest that the Election Commission of India has failed. It's a certificate of failure in the Lok Sabha election.
But Ashpreet, I'm still not able to understand on what basis this claim has been made that 1 out of 8 voters was fake, that 25 lakh fake voters were there in Haryana. It's a big claim to make in a small state.
Like I said, vetting in detail has been done. And if the Election Commission of India does not want to believe us, do an inquiry, do an investigation. If nothing is found out, great. If everything is found out, then also great. It's important for the world's largest democracy to do it. Why not have an inquiry? Why not have an investigation?
Charu, why not investigate again in the case of Karnataka, where he earlier made these claims? Alan constituency and Mahadevpura constituency, they constituted an SIT, admittedly under the state government, and that SIT has said that there was 80 names that were added or removed from one particular call center. Some X amount of money was paid for each of those voters to be deleted or added. Now, my point is, why is the same not being done by the state government in Haryana? You come clean and order an investigation. Let's find out. Let's see if Rahul Gandhi's claims are true or not.
Zakka, fair enough. Please get an investigation done. But how will an investigation happen? Not by shooting off your mouth from the safety of a podium, by lodging a formal complaint, which is exactly what the CEO of Karnataka asked Rahul Gandhi to do. He told him, "कौन सा form लेना है, उसमें क्या fill करना है? All you're required to do is just write your claims on paper and sign it." Why is it that the Congress party shies away from doing exactly this? Their ex-minister, who's ex now only because he stood against Rahul Gandhi, Ravanna ji, was fired from his position as a minister because he didn't agree with Rahul Gandhi's claims. See, here is the truth of it. The stories don't add up, Zakka. The claim that Rahul Gandhi made of one lady voting 223 times in different booths, it would mean that she's voting every 3 minutes, queuing up, giving her ID, voting every 3 minutes. It's humanly impossible. It is impossible. And every
No,
single
who is this, as he claims, a Brazilian model who has voted 22 times in 10 booths? He says sometimes her name is Seema, sometimes her name is Sita, sometimes her name is something else. Who is this person?
Okay, so Zakka, here is what I'm going to explain. Last time, Rahul Gandhi put up these big sheets of paper in a presentation, a life-size presentation. The Election Commission actually said that this is not our data. So I am going to go by the same logic and say he picks up any random bit of information which is not being verified. Otherwise, why would an Anjali already jump in from Haryana and say that all the tall things that Rahul Gandhi is claiming about me are all lies?
So,
They're all lies.
Ashpreet, you are still not answering why this is not an excuse for an impending defeat in Bihar. What is the logic of doing it on the eve of the first phase of voting in Bihar? And why are you trying to sow seeds of doubt in the integrity of the election process in India? I mean, the only reason for that could be that either you can't defeat Modi in elections, or you feel like, you have to convince voters that the system is rigged.
We do not have to, sow any seeds of doubt, because there is no doubt. It's a fact. And this is proven that it's a fact because we are having to do an SIR. And it's something that I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you. Let's have some decorum.
I'm only seconding your point.
Zakka, if I have your permission.
Yeah. Okay, Ashpreet, yeah.
Thank you. So the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing what it always does, trying to suppress the voice of the opposition. Here what the questions are, here what the concerns are. It is for the welfare and the betterment of the people. The Bharatiya Janata Party should be on this. The Election Commission of India should be on this. That we need to look into this. If this has happened, investigation should be done in a time-bound manner, in a fast-track manner. And we'll see what happened and what did not. But why?
But Ashpreet, for the investigation to happen, you have to register a complaint. Why are you not registering a complaint?
Now I'm saying that as well. Mr. Gandhi did not talk to one person in four walls of a room. He did a press conference communicating with one second, 144 people. It is on record. It is official. It is on record. It is official. 1 second. If it is wrong, then is there any defamation suit? Is there any complaint against Mr. Gandhi if he's giving false information? Is there any FIR? Is there any complaint of any sort? Any application of any sort? None. Number two, the Bharatiya Janata Party, does it know or does it not that in the Supreme Court an EVM was recounted and the results changed? The winner was declared loser and the loser was declared winner. It happened for the first time. And number two, why does the Bharatiya Janata Party have to be so afraid of an investigation? Why do you have to run away from an investigation? Say it, now bring it on. Accept our challenge.
No, but Ashpreet, if all the electoral rolls are rigged and there are fake voters and additional voters, okay, in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, in Haryana, I mean, if you're saying that the system is rigged, then why are you taking part in elections? You should say you'll boycott elections. The system is rigged anyway. It's a fixed match.
Number one, the people who are wrong don't quit, don't give up. They fight back. And we'll fight back on this, and we'll ensure that the truth comes out, and the wrongs and all the things that are happening will be exposed. Number two, the Bharatiya Janata Party, just tell us one question. When Mr. Advani back in the day used to question the EVMs, would you say that he's lying, or why has he not given an affidavit? Why does the story change when it comes to our leaders? Why does the entire contention changes? So all we are saying is that investigation ought to be done. does the Bharatiya Janata Party accept it or does it not?
Charu,
Do you accept
also,
that challenge?
the Congress spokesperson is saying whatever Mr. Gandhi has said is there on the public record. Why doesn't the Election Commission come out and suo moto say, okay, we will file the complaint because he's raising charges on us. Let's have an investigation, find out what the truth is.
Zakka, let's stick only to facts, right? Now, the opposition had a problem with EVMs. They did move the Supreme Court. The result came negative for them.
Is it not
They moved to
do you
Supreme Court
accept the
to
challenge
PVPAT.
for
What
investigation?
was
No,
the
Ashwini,
result?
one second.
Or not?
It was
No,
negative.
no, one at a
They
time, please.
went to the Supreme Court again against the SIR process. Again, the result was against them because SIR happened in Bihar. It's going to happen in 12 more states. And now, apparently, Rahul Gandhi has become the
And why are
biggest
we doing
advocate
it?
of SIR.
To
Now, the
delete
question
fake
here
voters.
is
That is why we are doing it.
Okay.
Ashpreet, now you are interrupting me. Now in Haryana, there was a voter
Better.
division process that happened. How many objections were raised? None. What were all the BLAs doing? All the block level agents of Congress, what were you doing? Why
So
did you
Election
not raise-
Commission says there are only 22 pending
22
election pleas in a state with 2 crore voters.
There
Okay.
you are making claims of lakhs and lakhs. See,
Okay.
the most important thing here is that Rahul Gandhi has become a habitual liar, whether it was about the
If there's
riots,
nothing to hide, do you
about
accept
Zakka,
investigation?
and
Okay,
now
I got to
he-
wrap up. Thank you very much, Charu, and to Ashpreet Kadyal. We'll see how this plays out. But I'm not sure, what the intent of this exercise is. And on the eve of the BR election, is it, as the BJP claims, laying the ground for an excuse for an impending defeat? Or is it to sow the seeds of doubt in the integrity of the election process? Or is it genuinely reforming these errors and these mistakes that have happened in electoral rolls? We'll see how this plays out.